Yes Have Some podcast is brought to you by Carnivorous Creations, your one-stop shop for all of your Proton Pack building needs. If you're in the market for a Proton Pack, head to carnivorouscreations.com. That's carnivorous with a K. You're going to find aluminum motherboards, resin parts, fiberglass shells, and a whole lot more. Find them on Facebook at Carnivorous Creations or head straight to carnivorouscreations.com, remember carnivorous with a K, and get started on an authentic, screen-accurate Proton Pack.
Everything's under control. Situation normal.
I don't want to grow up. Do you want some?
Jurassic Park. Now playing at PS7.
Ecto goggles with Ecto Buffer, Neutrona Blaster, and Water Zapper, each sold separately.
From the corner penthouse of Spook Central all the way to Star Killer Base, this is Yes Have Some podcast.
Do I? Yes, have some. Yes, have some.
You know, they told me you people were conceited douchebags.
The only place in the multiverse where you can love the book, hate the movie, but still buy all the toys.
I'm afraid you're just too darn loud.
I'm not looking for a friend. I'm looking for a Jedi Master.
What?
Please remember to hold on to your butts and get ready to get stressed. With your hosts, Craig Goldberg, Abigail Gardner, and Jacob Walsh.
Hello, everybody. Here we are. We're talking about switches. The good kind.
Switches.
Switch. Not the switch that your parents get and beat you with. Is that a thing?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it used to be. I think now the world is too sensitive and they don't do that kind of stuff.
Corporal punishments,
the world has become so sensitive that you can't even relentlessly.
You can't even beat your own children anymore.
I think a switch, isn't it like a tree branch?
Yeah, it's like where they get a, like.
I hope no parents got that mixed up.
It's like a thing where parents would like make the kids go out and get it.
To like the
you
shed.
go out and you get the switch that I'm gonna beat you with.
Yeah, I always remember like elementary school. There's be some kid. He's like, I pretend it hurts worse than it actually does, so my parents feel bad. Like, oh, okay. Well, my parents bought me a fucking Nintendo 64, so we're in a different scenario.
I got an American Girl doll, so deal with it.
Well, cool.
Yeah.
Nothing like the Christmas season to bring out childhood abuse.
Dude, speaking though of the Switch and kids, when we were in line for buying that today at Best Buy, there was a kid in front of us whose parents were trying to no, that was GameStop. No, this is Best Buy. There was a kid in front of us. He was looking at the Switch, and I got the box and kind of made sure that he could see it, so that I could see his reaction of jealousy.
Yeah,
he was jealous.
He was getting a DS game.
Yeah.
And I was like, Abby, position the box so he sees what he's missing out on.
It felt good.
Then I actually felt nothing.
He was getting an adapter cord or something.
I don't nothing. Care. Well, welcome everybody. This is officially the last episode of Yes Have Some podcast. 2018 is going to be in the books. What a year it's been. I feel like we've made a lot of new friends this year. Mm-hmm. Got a lot of people listening. The expectations are high going into 2019 with all this Ghostbusters anticipation that I'm starting to think maybe maybe there isn't quite as much as we think there is.
We're heading it off, kind of answer the call.
It's gonna be big.
What if it's the best movie ever?
What if?
What if it's huge?
I remember the day Answer the Call, before we got there, the reviews were starting to come out. And there's one review that was this very well might be better than the original. We were like, yes! and then I was like, oh, I didn't know Paul Feig wrote reviews. That's weird. So yeah, we got 2019 coming up here. Man, it's been fun. I'm having this. The past month or two. This is the most fun I've ever had podcasting. I feel like we've hit on to the barge.
We've leveled up, yeah.
The barge thing is taking off. I feel like we're inspiring people to make really bad financial decisions.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I like that people are just buying things and getting on Yes Have Some group therapy just to tell us in their cars and in the parking lots of the stores.
Yeah, dude,
it's fun.
The thread that we had going for your Christmas hauls, I was scrolling through that, giving everybody a like. It's just fun. It's I've always felt a little bit weird about putting up a picture of my Christmas haul. I've always enjoyed it, but it's kind of like it's a bit of a brag, so it's good to have a space where everybody can go and do that, and you can encourage.
And there was some
others.
good, thank you guys. If anybody
Splurging.
there was a thread on group therapy on Facebook, and people were posting what they got for Christmas, and like people got some good Christmas stuff.
Y'all got some good stuff.
Good stuff this year. Man, it's been a week, so we're recording this the day after Christmas. The Christmas Barge has passed. We're moving. There's no New Year's Barge, unless you're just buying a bunch of like cocktail shrimp and crackers and whatever else people eat on New Year's Eve.
Hats.
They eat hats.
No, not that you eat, but I'm trying to think of other New Year's attire, like fancy clothes.
Yeah, like those glasses that show you what year it's about to be.
Kazoos.
Things like that.
Big fan.
Ghostbusters 2 Hardy's noisemakers.
Whoa. I'd barge on those so hard. I'm getting on eBay right now.
Jake, how are you, man? I haven't introduced you guys. So we're 3 years in, but I finally want to...
You haven't introduced Jake and I?
I haven't... So... This is him. This is Jacob Walsh. What's up, dude?
Favorite part of the episode is where Craig goes, "Hey, how are you?" But then immediately continues talking, so I can't answer. I'm good.
Good.
I'm great. How are you guys?
Good.
Dude, fantastic. Fantastic.
Dude, we just had Christmas.
You were in Florida. You were barging.
Oh, God. Yeah. I went to Flea Market over the weekend, and there was so much good stuff. For anybody who hasn't checked it out, if you check out our Instagram page, I've made a little video and threw it up there. There was so much good stuff. I bought everything. I bought so much stuff.
Jake actually bought the Flea Market.
I'm like, today I got home and I'm like, fuck, I should have bought that in disguise Donatello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should have bought it.
Well, you didn't see it because,
he was in disguise.
He was in disguise. Right. Yeah.
Get it.
Yeah, well, I want to talk about this. So what we're gonna do, we got a special fuck budget, a 2019 preview fuck budget, which was hard to put together because there's literally so much good stuff happening next year. It was hard to kind of pick 5. Mm-hmm. But we'll get there. I want to talk about all of our Christmas stuff. But so I did want to mention this though. Over the past couple weeks, we've been really pushing, asking our listeners to leave those iTunes reviews, because what we have found out, this thing happens to all podcasts, where like after 2 years you start realizing that those reviews are really important and they help you kind of like get on the iTunes charts and bring visibility. And it's that kind of thing, like if you find a podcast and someone's like, oh, you should check this out, and you go to their iTunes page and they don't have any reviews, it's like psychological. You're like, well, maybe it's whatever.
It's the same as like picking a hair salon or something. You'd be like, you want some good reviews.
It could be the best salon in the world. No reviews,
not gonna go,
not gonna check it out. So I wanted to, we had a couple new reviews come in today, and I liked them both for different reasons. Both 5-star reviews, and I want to do this more often. When we get these reviews, I want to give credit where credit's due and read these on the air. So, and Jake, you haven't seen these yet, have you?
No, I have not.
All right, cool. So the first review, 5 stars, love it, is from Toaster Dragon. And
I like that name.
I like that dream too.
Yeah.
He says, "There's no gorilla here, folks. These guys are the real deal. Strapped with proton packs of witty hilarity, this entertaining trio crosses the streams of retro and modern pop culture and then flies open the trap of nostalgia, leaving your ghosts of stress and boredom in your emotional containment unit where they belong."
Wow.
Now, it keeps going.
I love the emotional
Can
containment
we hire
unit.
this person to write? That was great.
Yeah.
Come on and do our blurbs. Y'all want to do that? We need some captions.
Yeah. Run our social media.
Yes, please.
Then it says, "This is the funnest podcast that I listen to, and I listen to a lot because of my long commutes. Give it a few episodes and you'll be hooked. You won't be disappointed. I'd have them at my birthday party over He-Man any day of the week."
Dude. Hey, first of all, we're going to his birthday party, whoever this was. Thank you. That's so nice.
We're there.
Hey, he just invited us.
Yeah, we're there.
So get an extra cake.
We're bringing a present.
Make sure it's vegan.
Yeah.
We're coming.
The next one is also 5 stars. The headline is "This podcast is nice!" !
Nice.
By Josh Hughley. And he says,
okay.
I haven't even read it yet.
Nice.
I'm laughing because I know this guy.
You know this person?
I know Josh Hughley, yeah.
Wow.
He goes, I
All
usually
right.
don't know what they're talking about, but they are occasionally funny.
Damn. I like his honesty. That way you can
I mean, unless there's a different Josh Hughley,
Yeah.
then this guy, I went to school with this dude, and he also let me tell a quick little story about Josh.
Cool.
Thank God.
A couple of years ago, I found a 99% complete firehouse at a flea market. Same flea market I went to this weekend, in very good condition. Only thing it was missing was the containment unit. And I posted about it on Facebook, and he showed up at my work a few days later, and he was like, "Hey, is this a thing you're missing?" And he just had
I
was like, "Why?" He just had it, and I was like, "Why do you have that?" And he's like, "Yep." He just had the exact pieces I was missing, and I was like, "Why do you have this?" And he was like, "Well, he's like, all of my toys from when I was younger are in my grandparents' attic." Mm-hmm. And he's like, and I had seen that piece recently and couldn't remember what it was from.
Yeah.
And then he randomly stops in my job, and he always has vintage real Ghostbusters toys that he just fishes out of his attic.
Dude.
So
I mean,
what a cool guy. I like how he says he doesn't usually know what we're talking about, and yet he has the one thing that you need, which is perfect.
Yeah,
he's got it. Yeah,
he's like,
fuck yeah.
I usually have no idea what they're talking about, but if you're missing a small part of a 1980s playset that very many people
I will
own.
complete your set.
Anyways, good on him. Good on him.
That's great.
We really do appreciate those reviews. So thank you guys. Keep them coming. We'll keep reading them. Although knowing our listeners, I think who's the bigger assholes, us or our listeners? Or we are all. It's we're constantly trying to one up each other with our cynicism,
Out asshole each other.
And I feel like now we're gonna get some dudes. Here's
some douchey ones.
No, it'll be 5 stars, but it'll be here's my issues with the podcast. Okay.
Right.
It's gonna be a complaint box.
But let me talk about how they have bad taste in movies, Randall.
Oh, okay.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good.
We liked Into the Spider-Verse, so calm down.
There you go. So that was fun, and we really do like those reviews, so keep them coming. But
love you, Ryan.
Before we get to anything else, Patreon, we announced last week that they'll have some Patreon subscription if you are a patron for $5 now. It used to be $10. Now the $5 tier is going to get you in on the bonus episodes. So we're doing 2 to 3 a month. We had a new one that went up last week. We did a Christmas fuck budget. It was a lot of fun. And now for $5 a month, you get all the bonus episodes. And as soon as you sign up, as soon as you pay the $5, you get all of the ones that have already been released. So the entire archive. It's a complete...
What? You're telling me you lowered the price on the tier and you get a backload of episodes?
Yes.
Wow, what are you guys, crazy? What are we, insane?
I like that. No balloons.
I'm a salesman.
You're a salesman.
My father was a salesman. Continue. No balloons.
We should get your dad to start plugging the Patreon.
Oh, that would be fun.
But I did want to thank a couple of our new patrons who have joined over the last couple weeks that we have not thanked personally. So thank you to Lee FW. See him all the time on group therapy. Mm-hmm. And thank you to Jay Key.
Thanks, Jay.
Who is obviously we've been talking about his book trilogy that's out now that we've been talking about the last couple of weeks, The Adventures of Duke LaGrange. And a special shout out to, I love when we have our international listeners who reach out and talk to us. And this guy who I think he's followed us on Instagram for a while. I think his Instagram is Jurassic.cc.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
He always posts cool Jurassic Park stuff. And he basically put the challenge out. He was like, you're not going to be able to pronounce my name. And I was like, well, I'm going to try. So thank you to Andreas Winmere.
That sounded pretty good.
That's a cool name.
Yeah, it is a cool name. It's cool.
That sounds like you could be right.
I'm not even going to attempt anything else. If I pronounced it wrong, you can yell at me.
Who's the next?
Huh?
You got somebody else?
No, that's him. I didn't want to give
an alternate.
All I'm saying is Lee FW is easier to say.
Yeah. But we love you both equally.
Yeah, we really do appreciate our patrons. We hope you guys are enjoying the bonus content, and there's plenty more to come. 2019 is going to be a really fun year. Mm-hmm. So thank you guys very much, and let's start talking about these barges, man. for any new listeners here at Yes Have Some Podcast, one of the phrases that we coined this year was the barge, which stems from the crowdfunding effort of Hasbro to put out Jabba's sail barge. And we thought, well, the word barge is just fun to say. Mm-hmm. And the act of barging should be just what it is.
I have the definition pulled up if you would like to read it.
Well, I don't want to go through the whole thing again. I did it last week. But basically is when you're irrationally and basically you're spending money on something for yourself that you either want or need. Usually you don't need it. Like, you don't barge on
the word impulsive comes to mind.
Yeah, when you make an impulsive purchase and sometimes negate other responsibilities, it's a barge. Mm-hmm. And we all had a little bit of a Christmas barge this week. We wanted to talk about it. So, Jake, man, start us off. You were down at the flea market. You mentioned it already. But I no spoilers because I don't want to give anything away, but you got some good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I got some stuff. I'm having to actually pull up the post on our Instagram page to make sure I don't forget something. So this flea market, we've talked about it before. You guys have come down to this flea market. It's Oldsmar Flea Market near Tampa, Florida. Has some sort of weird time rift going on. Maybe there's a portal in there that I don't know of because it's always full of old vintage things. Mm-hmm. Sometimes strangely in perfect condition. So I went down there and right away found a lot of Ninja Turtle stuff. Some of it is like from the Burger King line. I ended up buying like an old cup, a pair of like Ninja Turtle binoculars, some of the Burger King stuff, a Ninja Turtles 3 magazine. Mm-hmm. But the woman also had I called you at some point and I called Craig and interrupted his golf game.
Oh my God. I love it.
I tried to talk to him about Ninja Turtle toys. But
can we talk about that game? Craig was being beaten by a 10-year-old because it's like the best thing in the world. Who was very talented.
Boy.
Like you know what? Exceptionally talented 10-year-old. Also, by the way, really quick, shout out to Jake. You put up a video too on our Instagram at YHS Podcast. It's awesome. It's like very well cut. So everybody should go look at that and look at the photo collage that you put up as well. Continue.
Thank you.
I did get beat by a 10-year-old. The details don't matter. I did not know this child. He was with his dad. I didn't recruit.
That's the thing. That's what I don't like about golf is you get paired up with somebody and you have to like spend the game with them and you might not know them.
I definitely didn't know them. Mm-hmm. I don't want anybody to think I go to golf courses just challenging children. Okay.
I can picture Craig just being like, hey, you.
You look easy to beat.
You're like pointing at people.
What are you, 4 feet tall?
What are you in 4th grade?
You can play the leprechaun if you can act. Anyways.
Continue, Jake.
Real quick, I will say this. I do like the idea that I'm on the golf course taking Jake's calls to consult over vintage Ninja Turtles action figures. Like, I have to be the only one.
Yeah. Like most of the time the golfer's taking the like doctors, like the hospital call or whatever.
Yeah. Hold on, I might have to leave. I'm on call.
Surgery.
All right, Jake.
Okay, continue.
So there was a lot of Ninja Turtle stuff. I didn't end up getting any of the figures. The prices kind of seemed all over the place. Some of them did have accessories and stuff like that, but it was also the very first booth I was in, and I was like, well, I need to walk around this place for a while before I, end up buying everything in the first one. Let's see, what else did I get? I picked up some Terminator 2 figures, not for myself, for you, Craig, because I know you're a Terminator fan. Mm-hmm. I picked up a couple VHS tapes, some old King Kong movies that are kind of hard to find. I found these cool little Gremlins figures from Gremlins 2.
Yeah, those are awesome.
They're pretty small. The guy knew nothing about them. Sold them to me very cheap. I haven't looked them up yet to see, exactly what the deal is with them, but like one of them is the brain gremlin, and he's like holding his jacket over his shoulder. They're pretty cool.
Yes, and he's got a pipe.
It'd be funny if when you went to buy
one of the dumb ones with like the chef's hat. I wonder. God, I love this.
He's like,
how many more are there?
Come on, Jake, make the purchase.
Same gremlin. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I wish.
Those are cool. I feel like LJN. I know LJN made some of the stuff for the first movie.
I think they might. I feel like they might be some of those Japanese Gremlins figures, but I'm not sure. You know, like there was a pretty big line.
Yeah. Well, if anybody, if anybody goes to our Instagram, if you know what they are, let us know.
The bottom say applause on them.
Oh, okay, applause. Yeah, applause made a lot of They made a lot of stuff. They made like a lot of random stuff. They made plastic figures. They made Abby, that Gremlins 2 coffee mug you have is by applause.
Oh,
so they must have like.
I love that mug. Gotcha.
So very cool, man. Those are awesome.
Very cool.
Cool. Let's see. What else did I find? I found Stephen King's Gerald's Game on like cassette tape. It's like 12 tapes.
Dude.
So I'm gonna start that later on.
That's very cool.
I got Jurassic Park the board game, like the original board game from the first movie. I don't think I ever owned that. It's very big. It's much bigger than I thought. But all the pieces were there, which is insane.
Dude, I love it. The packaging of that board game matches up perfectly with the Kenner figures. Like it's like the same.
Yeah.
It's
I like
look
that.
amazing.
And I'm traditionally not a fan of board games, but I feel like I would like to.
Well, we're
get
playing this. We're gonna have a have some board game night. And we're gonna play it.
We should film it. Cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
I got a couple little Batman things. Some Batman Returns pencil sharpeners that are still in the packaging. A little. I'm not even sure what this is exactly, but there was a Batman Forever. They're like trading cards. It's 4 of them, but they're uncut. And I don't know if it was I haven't done any kind of research on these yet. I don't know if it was a promotional thing, but I picked those up.
Very cool.
For
that
you,
is
for
cool.
you, Abby.
Dude, shut up. That's so nice. Thank you.
I got a Weird Al book. There was just like some hardcover Weird Al. I was like, all right, I'm buying $1, whatever.
That cover is great.
I like that.
Yeah. There's some good art in there. I think the coolest thing I found, though, was I found this case that had a bunch of little movie. I thought they were cassette tapes at first. Thought it was the soundtrack. But it says on it Video 8, and it's Ghostbusters 2. It's the movie. And it almost looks like a very small VHS tape. And when I bought it, the guy was like, oh, you got a Video 8 player? And I was like, no, but I collect Ghostbusters stuff. And he started to tell me, like, he started giving me kind of like a brief history of the Video 8 player. And he was like, you know, they only released like 90 movies. So he's like, there might not be many of these out there. I was like, all right, cool. I don't care. I just want it because Ghostbusters. It looks cool. It's small. It has a good packaging. It kind of looks brand new, basically. So
I mean, I was thinking that, like, and if you search Video 8 on eBay, you do see the little tapes. But I think, are these the same tapes like when camcorders got smaller and you could put the little tape in and then you put the little tape into a bigger tape to play it on a VCR?
Those I have some of those, and those the ones that I have are called mini DVs. Yeah. So I don't know. They look very similar, but I don't know if it's the exact same thing.
Well, either way, failed attempts at the home video market, like Beta or well, I guess I don't know if Beta is considered a failure, but like HD DVD, how like
defunct or like antiquated.
Yeah, the
or
stuff
like
or video discs, like I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Jake, you might just want to figure out what those 90 movies are and see if you can collect them.
Yes.
Just get all of them. That's my next.
Video
that's my
8
next
collection.
thing.
Yes.
No, I love that. I want to do some more research on that.
Yes, I did not know that existed. That's very, very cool.
I'm looking at players right now, and a lot of camcorders pop up. Like,
yeah,
there is a player here. It's $300 on eBay.
Here's a little side note. There's been a lot of versions of Ghostbusters 2 released on like DVD and Blu-ray and stuff. Why aren't they using this cover? Like this, the Ghostbusters 2 logo with the 4 guys in front of it with the 2 slime blowers, like that is the most iconic, perfect image for that movie. Yeah. and they always fuck around and do other stuff. Like just put this. Use the poster. It's perfect. Okay.
There's a video 8
you're right.
like history of video on YouTube that I'm gonna watch after this. I just found.
Cool.
Yeah, it has like a rare Sony Video 8
Isn't there
machine
also
display video.
Isn't there a documentary about Robert Shaw?
Robert Shaw?
Yeah.
No, I heard about that. Now, Jake, what's that one called?
We need to put God. I don't want to say this because then I think I'll have to do it. It'll be time consuming. But a little 2018 greatest hits. We've had some stuff
Like
this
some
year.
quotes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Some friend of the podcast.
I'll tell you what.
Like one of those Facebook year in review videos,
God,
but
I
with
wish
all
somebody
yes
would
have
do
some
that.
stuff.
Listen,
like Trevor Morgan.
if you want to hear our greatest hits from this year, go back and listen to all the episodes. You'll hear them eventually.
Sounds good.
Cool, Jake. What else, man?
I think that's all the stuff I bought. That's pretty much everything on the pictures here.
Well, besides your
like
trip
I
to
said,
IKEA.
man, there was. Yeah, but besides my trip to IKEA where I bought 4 Detolf shells, I also picked up the Diamond Select real Ghostbuster figures that are out, the Winston, Egon, and Slimer.
Dude, I haven't seen those in person. How do they look? They look good?
They look so good. They look so good, and I'm not caught up with the Diamond Select figures. I'm not good at like keeping on track with ordering those, and there's nowhere around me that sells the like deluxe ones or any of them actually. So I was at a comic book store, and they had, I mean, they might have had all of them. They had so many, but I reined it in and I calmed myself down, and I was able to only buy the 3 newest. The real Ghostbuster ones. I picked them up. They look good. I think I'm gonna open them.
Remember in Seinfeld when George wants to ask the waitress out and Jerry tells him to go back in, and they say the go back in's the hardest move in the business.
Yeah.
As a collector, I know you didn't do it this time, but I've done the go back in.
Yeah.
I've done the thing where I'm like, you know what?
Sure.
I'm not getting it. Get to my car and I go.
Gotta
you know
go
what?
back. Dude, I was
Fuck it.
struggling with the go back in with buying presents for you for Christmas. Like over the last couple of weeks, I've had so many moments where I go in, we'll go back out, and I'm like, no, I gotta do it. Gotta buy it. So I totally understand.
Well, Jake, man, those are some good hauls. I love that I love that you got Detolfs. I love that you're finally taking this shit seriously, man.
Listen. I was driving my car home from my mom's, which it was in Florida, and I had 4. I drive a Mazda 2, which is not a very big car. I have 4 Detolf shells in there, which is 8 boxes. All of this stuff that I told you I just bought. My mom also bought me a 6-foot-tall animatronic werewolf.
Jake, I was gonna say
fit that in the car.
Wasn't there a fucking werewolf in your car at one point? I remember seeing a picture. Yeah.
So my car was pretty packed full of stuff. I'm gonna spend the next couple of days trying to work out my like figure room is kind of a mess because of all the Jurassic Park stuff that's been coming in. But I got some shelves to get all that shit off the floor now. So
Nice.
Very cool. Very, very cool.
Soon you'll have the compound.
In theory.
Hope so.
Oh God.
We're all sending vibes.
But they need, you know how well we talked to Jake. You ordered your compound, and it seems to be kind of lost. It's not lost.
Don't say lost.
But it's not there yet, and it should be.
It's not made it yet. Yeah.
It's on the island.
You know,
I thought for sure it was going to get in today, and the mail came, and I'm like, and I did get mail, but again, it was something kind of small, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
On Christmas Eve they have the Santa tracker.
Yeah.
They need to put that on the news. The compound tracker.
The compound tracker.
We're live in Valdosta, checking in with Jacob Walsh. Jake, any sign of the compound? And it just plays the clip of the guy at the dock in the store in Jurassic Park.
Yes. Dude,
We gotta go.
5 minutes. Oh,
compound finds a way. It's good. I texted Jake that at one point.
Compound finds a way.
It will. Yeah, I have faith. I do.
Cool. Very cool. All right. Well, Abby and I did some barging as well.
Sure did.
We don't have to go super crazy on this.
No,
but,
we don't. We don't.
I got some awesome stuff for Christmas. I got 6 out of the 9 available NECA Hateful Eight figures, and it was very funny because I was opening these up.
Jake has to act like he doesn't know.
Well, Jake knows.
Jake has been like the go-between for both of us because I know I've been like taking pictures.
Jake has been conspiring with Abby to get me gifts.
Yeah.
So I'm opening presents, and like there was a lot. Like it was great. It was good. I'll just put it that way. But I did notice that a good chunk of them were the exact same shape. The distinctive shape of NECA figures. Now, I didn't know... Well, all NECA figures are kind of in the same type of box. So, like,
true.
Now that NECA's at Target, they're all readily available. And I'm thinking, okay, dude, I'm about to get in on some Ultimates. We're talking Freddy. We're talking Jason. We're talking Pennywise.
Yeah.
Okay? And I open it up, this first one, and it's the Quentin Tarantino... Hateful Eight figure,
writer and director,
which was like an exclusive somewhere, and I was like, "Hey, what was that, Abby?"
I found it. It was a what?
No, you just said writer director.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, just making sure.
Just so you all know who's behind it. Hey, that's literally what's on the box.
It does say that, and I was like, "Oh shit, fuck! I've wanted these Hateful Eight figures for a long time. They're not easy to find, and I was like,
no, they're not easy to find at a reasonable price.
At a reasonable price." Well, because
Samuel L. Jackson is very, very hard to find.
Well, I found that out. So anyways, I opened it up. It was Quentin Tarantino. I opened up the next one, and it was like the sheriff. And I was like, wait. And then I looked over on the table next to our tree, the flat file. God.
And you started counting.
Here they go. They're unsubscribing like these fucking pretentious bastards. I looked over and noticed there was more gifts on the flat file. And I was like, oh, these are all the same shape. I was like, these are a bunch of Hateful Eight figures. I got so excited and so stressed because I also realized there wasn't 9.
I know.
There wasn't 9 of them.
Listen, everyone. I wanted to get them all, and it was killing me that I couldn't. I kept going back to Target on these like unsuccessful runs to get extra stuff. I wanted to get other NECA figures. I looked at the Child's Play, the Chucky. I looked at the Nightmare 2, also the Freddy, but the boxes were so damaged on them. Like I think they'd gone through a lot of hands over Christmas time, so I just couldn't buy them. So I got you some other nice stuff.
I respect that. So anyways, long story short, got 6 of the 9 Hateful Eight figures. As soon as we were done with presents, I got on eBay and got the other 3.
I knew you would.
So I will have a complete set, and I got good. We all got good deals. The Samuel L. Jackson figure is I didn't overpay for it, but there was only 2 on eBay, and this one's coming from England, so it's going to be a few days. On top of that, Abby hooked it up. I'm just going to go through the list here. We got Friday the 13th, Part 4, final chapter, NECA figure, the Ultimate. That's the one I really wanted. That's my favorite Friday the 13th movie. Yep. I don't really feel the need to get 8 different Jason figures. I don't have that kind of relationship with Jason. I like him. Mm-hmm. I like his work. I respect what he does. But I don't need 8 NECA Jason figures. Now, do I want 8 Jason NECA? So I got that. And then the Savage World Michael Myers figure, which I didn't have yet, to go with my Freddy and Jason. And, oh God, here we go. Keep going. John Wick and A Quiet Place on Steelbook Blu-ray. Fantastic. Mm-hmm. The Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sewer layer playset.
Mm-hmm. Oh, shit.
Dude, just like... This was an incredible barge I was going through. And if you've never been in the middle of a barge, sometimes you don't even know what's happening until it's too late. So it was great. It was really, really good.
I'm so buzzing.
I haven't put together this play set yet, and I'm trying to figure out the NECA Hateful Eight figures are like the retro style figures, so they're about 8 inches, which comes out to 1/9 scale. I've been looking up 1/9 Western dioramas. Because like I want to have a whole setup, like I want to.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Something like that, or either just like putting a shelf, like maybe below your Hateful Eight print, and just lining them all up would be cool too.
Yeah. Either way, I'm going to be talking about it. So get used to hear the saga of the Hateful Eight figures will continue over the next couple weeks on Yes Have Some podcast.
Yeah.
And other stuff. So it was really great. An acoustic guitar.
Very nice.
Yes.
I say very nice, and
that was a surprise.
For our band.
Oh, dude, yeah.
So Abby did something. We've been watching a lot of YouTube videos lately of like people in the 80s opening presents, and we've been having this conversation about like dumb relatives who like buy you a PS2 game when you don't have a PS2, things like that. So I opened up this little gift bag and it said, "To Craig from your clueless aunt." And it was like 5 guitar picks. And I was like, what the fuck is this?
And I was like, oh, you don't have a guitar.
Spoiler alert, the guitar was there.
He got a guitar. Great. Yeah.
Thank you. It was a barge worth bragging about.
Barge brag.
And then today we went and bought a Switch.
Hell yes. Hell yes.
Hell yes, we did.
Dude, yes.
Hey, if
second Christmas,
we've been on Facebook on group therapy. If everybody's been sharing their friend codes on Switch, maybe we'll get like a Yes Have Some group Mario Kart or Smash Brothers or something going. Hey, probably not, because it sounds like there's planning involved, but it would be fun.
Like a lot of planning and commitment.
Yeah,
theory though, it's fun.
In theory, Abby, barge it up. What's up?
God. Besides that Switch, which I'm super pumped about, and after we record, we're gonna go set it up and do all that. Man, like all the stuff that you just listed, I was sitting in the weeks leading up to Christmas, like just thinking that I was knocking it out of the park and that there was absolutely no way that you could compete with like everything that I was getting you.
It's definitely a competition.
Yeah.
At this point.
It is. It's competitive. I actually took a picture of the kid on the Ninja Turtles, Rise of the Ninja Turtles box, the sewer set. He's like a blonde kid that looks very excited.
That's the kid I beat in golf, which was weird.
I sent that picture to Jake. I was like, this is going to be Craig on Christmas morning. Which is funny because I was playing like you know how your iPhone will make like a music video montage of like a certain period of pictures and be like your photos from last week or whatever. I did one of those and I was showing it to Craig and that picture of the kid popped up and I like freaked out. I was like, no, you can't see it, which is also very hard to explain why I don't want Craig to see a picture of like a 7-year-old blonde kid. That was weird. But
what's weird is that I didn't even ask any questions. Like, no, I get it. That's fine.
Yeah, so I was sitting there sitting pretty, thinking that I had pretty much like nailed Christmas. And then I started opening Craig's gifts, and I literally I put up a picture on my Instagram, and I should probably consult it now because I guess I'll just go over the hits. Craig got like everything that I could have ever wanted, like on a basic level, because I really wanted a punching bag and I really wanted some boxing gloves because I've gotten really into Rocky and I really enjoyed the Creed movies. So I kind of knew I was going to get the punching bag, and also my cat Jonesy basically unwrapped the entire punching bag for me before I got to it because there was we had a major like wrapping paper issue. We tried to order wrapping paper at like midnight on Christmas Eve, and our order got canceled.
Hey, real quick, wrapping presents fucking blows.
Dude, it sucks. It takes a long time. I was texting you, Jake, pictures. I was like, it's going to take a while. But yeah, here, I'll just get to it. Basically, Craig got me stuff that I didn't even think was possible. There's 2 things that I got this Christmas that were on my wish list that I did for our wish list episode. One of them being the Rocky 2 tiger jacket, like the satin zip-up coat, which was out of stock to my knowledge. So when I opened it, I flipped the fuck out. He also got the Reebok, the Alien Stompers, the dual pair. It's sold as like the yellow and the black pair of Reeboks inside of like a very special box. And I literally I still haven't taken a picture of them or like worn them because it's like I don't believe that I actually have them. And it was very shocking and surreal to receive those. And they're my size. They're men's 6.5, which translates to an 8.5 in women's. And it's just fucking insane because they're gonna look so good together. And I was completely like bowled over by the present selection this year. And then I got a set of photos from Rocky 5 and I just started crying so
you were
hard.
so bowled over that I was like, dude, you're getting gifts off your wish list.
Yeah.
The wish list was a joke.
Dude, at one point I was like, Craig, is there an RV outside? Because
Yeah, exactly.
I felt like that was about to happen.
Like Craig's wish list was like Craig's wish list. My wish list was like, I want to be in Bill and Ted 3.
Yeah, there was like no way.
Like we had all this like over the top stuff. But
I put those shoes and that jacket on my list because I wanted to have the highest fuck budget like total. So I just didn't think it was possible. I think you got some deals. I hope you did.
I didn't. So it's okay.
Hey, we still got to switch.
But you did.
Fuck it.
We're all emotional people. We're highly emotional. This podcast is high emotional, high intelligence.
Yeah. High intensity.
High intensity. Abby cried over one of these gifts. You would think maybe it was that jacket.
I got a Mike Mitchell print too.
Maybe a Mike Mitchell print.
Yeah.
Maybe something sentimental.
Yeah.
Abby,
maybe the card.
Where were the tears coming?
I posted this, so you guys probably know, but it was the Rocky V like promotional photo
Lobby
set with
cards.
fucking Tommy Gunn on it. I was like just crying so hard. Because you guys know I've talked about it on this podcast. The Rocky movies were extremely inspirational, and I needed that little shake up during the winter doldrums because everybody deals with it, seasonal affective mood disorder and that kind of shit. I was going through a little slump, watched the Rocky movies, watched Creed 2, and now I fucking
listen to Creed.
I got the Eye of the Tiger and I have the jacket and I've got everything except for the RV. So it's very exciting and I'm still buzzing from.
Well, like we said, when we go to Ghostbusters Fan Fest, we're going to steal that Breaking Bad RV.
Yes.
That'll be the RV we all
Dude,
use.
speaking of which, every single clothing item that I got, which you got me a Bone Thugs t-shirt and also a Slimer, like a vintage Slimer Real Ghostbusters t-shirt. Every single item I got of clothing, I was like, oh, this will be good for the plane ride to LA. Like, I was like, oh, this will be good for... I was like, every outfit like a fucking OCD kid. I'm like, this will be good for... I'll wear this to the dinner with Kurt Fuller. I'm so excited.
Just making
fucking
shit
so
up.
excited about next year.
It was good, man. Christmas, my brother, obviously we're Jewish, or part Jewish, whatever. My brother texted me on Christmas morning and it said, Christmas is fucking great. This is one thing the Jews got wrong.
Dude,
so yeah,
that's
that was
so
good.
Funny.
Cool, man. Well,
Yeah.
listen, I hope everybody had a barge. And even if you didn't barge, even if you had a modest Christmas, we hope it was safe and fun and that you had the family over. Or if you don't like your family, that you ignored them. Whatever you want, we hope that's what you got. Mm-hmm. But I think the three of us, yes, I have some podcasts collectively, had a very good Christmas. And Jake, we haven't even given you... We got Jake a gift.
Yeah.
We haven't given it to him yet. That's going to come...
What?
Maybe
Jake.
what we'll do is when you come up here, we'll record a podcast and we'll give it to you live on the cast.
Good.
On the cast.
Yeah, it's
We'll
that
do it.
kind of thing. Hey, no
the things
pressure,
that
Jake.
you guys, I went ahead and told you about because I was like, I'm posting this shit on Facebook
Yeah.
or on Instagram.
Hey, Jake, I wanted to post this.
Yeah, the last thing...
But I can't.
Yeah, the last thing I want to do is leave my round of golf to call Jake and tell him that I'm mad that he bought himself Terminator figures.
You can't let a 10-year-old beat you.
Although it wouldn't be that out of character for Jake to buy something that I want, Mr. Wait, I'm trying to think.
Dude.
Did we even talk about that on the last podcast, or did that happen before?
What
that?
did you do?
No, because that was like the day before I went to Florida, wasn't it?
I think so.
We haven't talked about this at all, have we?
I don't.
Are we going to work it out now? Do you guys need like a mediator?
I can look at the... Let's see. We I don't know. We posted it 5 days ago. What day was that?
When did we? Oh, we record. Oh, wait. Whoa. We recorded a day late last week. We recorded last Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
we posted it Friday. When did you buy this goddamn Proton pack?
I think I got it Friday.
Okay. Well, let's talk about it then.
Yeah, I remember specifically. I remember it was the day after the podcast because I was like, shit, we could have talked about this. So talk about it, man.
Well, Jake, just when you thought the barge didn't end.
And also because I was like, fuck Jake.
This was the start of the barge.
This was a barge. This is the... It's... I'm so flabbergasted at this one. Go for it.
I think we all are.
I could hear the like frustration in Craig's voice when I was on the phone with him telling him what was happening.
I was having a little meltdown.
I got tipped off that a what do you call those fucking places?
Pawn shops.
Not a thrift pawn shop. A pawn shop in town had some Ghostbusters thing in the box, and it's old. So I went, which by the way, I had to put the name of this place in the GPS because I don't go to any pawn shops ever. It's 0.6 miles away from my house. I go in. There behind the counter in a glass case is a real Ghostbusters proton pack in the box. I'm like, hey, can I see this? They pull it out for me, and it's basically in like perfect condition. Whoever owned it did put the stickers on the pack, but besides that, it looks untouched. It looks brand new. The little like membership card is in perfect condition. Nobody wrote on it. There's no bends or creases. It looks like they never used the armband. The instruction manual is fucking pristine. The yellow foam that goes into the it's perfect. It's all perfect. The only thing that's missing is the poster. Which, you
can get that.
You can get that on eBay. So it's all there. They proceed to tell me this has been sitting here for 2 years. Nobody's buying it. So that has been less than a mile away from me for 2 years.
That is
just
incredible.
Sitting. And I got it for $75.
Oh, God damn it.
Jake, I remember you called. I remember this like it was yesterday. Jake called me and was like, hey man, what do these go for on eBay? I'm like, 200, 250, 3. I was looking at the pictures. I was like, dude, if this thing's as in good of condition as it looks in these pictures, because like sometimes you see a picture, like you don't always know until you're like up close.
Sometimes you can't tell, yeah.
But just the box alone is in impeccable condition.
That's incredible.
So you know what, Jake? I tip my hat to you. I say there's no. I was like, dude, if you don't buy this, I'm driving to Valdosta like right now to buy it.
Yeah.
I
think I think the only reason I was even having like a second thought there was just because I've been so deep into buying all the Jurassic Park stuff that Ghostbusters merchandise has kind of taken a little bit of a back seat. But it's such a good deal, and it's like I do have a Kenner Proton pack, but it's like, it's not complete. It's crappy. It's old. This thing is brand new. Like, it looks amazing, and it's like one of those
6 miles from your house. That was so crazy.
0.6
like
miles.
Craig, we were on the phone. We were on the phone, and we were talking about how this is one of those like too good to be true find. Sometimes you see people who find something amazing and they get such a good deal on it, and this was one of those things. So it's now in the hands of me. And another thing is, like, we posted a picture, but it's been so, we were whatever year that came out, 80 I don't know when the real Ghostbusters
87,
started, 86 or something like that. Yeah, so that was the last time I saw in person, and had time to look at the box or the instruction manual for that was when I was a kid. So it's almost like seeing it for the first time, like looking through the instruction. Like we're gonna post some pictures of the back of the box and the instructions on our Instagram, because that stuff is cool. It's fun to look at, and unless you have one, you don't see it that often.
Did you cry? You said you might cry. Did you cry? Was there a tear?
A little tear.
Here's the thing. Of course there is. You could make an argument that out of all of the Kenner like action figures that made for Ghostbusters, obviously the Firehouse is iconic, the Ecto-1, like you could make an argument that the Proton Pack is the most iconic toy released by Kenner, because like every kid who everybody had it, like, but that box is like the way the characters are drawn on the box, it kind of looks like they do in the cartoon, but also like it's a little bit different, and like It's just great. It's just
post those up on our Instagram, Jake.
Like,
I want to see.
It's like art. Mm-hmm. I'm very happy for you. But like I told Jake, I'm gonna have to go buy something that he really wants to make up for it.
Cool.
I can tell you're a little annoyed by it.
I'm not salty. Oh, cool! Look, Jurassic Park Jungle Explorer. Buy it now.
Jake's compound ships to our house.
I buy it.
Well, hey,
I buy all of them.
But the thing is, if you buy the Jungle Explorer, buy it now. I know you're not getting a good deal in it because I've been eyeballing every one on eBay.
Well, I'm on another website different than eBay that's better. That my dad told me about. It's called D-Bay. It's popular in Spain.
Okay. Now,
right.
just making shit up.
Now I'm making shit up. Dude, Jake, it's awesome. Go look at the pictures, people. It's fantastic. I was very happy for you.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Thank you.
And cool.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on. We're going to go to this fuck budget, but first we got to do a little business. We want to tell everybody, like we've been doing for the last month or so, about The Adventures of Duke LaGrange. That is right. It is a new series of books by YHS listener and author Jay Key, who's becoming a major friend of the podcast. See him in group therapy. He was posting stuff the other day. He's a huge dinosaur enthusiast. He was posting stuff. I had no idea what he was talking about, but I loved it. It was very sentimental to him. And guess what? He also loves Dino Riders. Dino Riders is that's my holy grail collection because I had them all when I was a kid. And it was a short-lived TV show with a great toy line. Basically, people riding on dinosaurs, and the bad guys were on the meat eaters, and the veggie sources were the good guys.
Good guys,
Yeah.
as it should be.
That's it, just like real life. But anyways, got off topic.
So read these books because this guy likes really good shows.
So if you want to read a good book, don't worry if the book's good.
Watch Dino Riders.
Watch Dino Riders first. That's what
we're saying.
That's what I'm getting at. How to Pick Up Women with a Drunk Space Ninja is book 1 of The Adventures of Duke LaGrange, now available wherever books are sold. We're talking Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million. Exclusively available on Kindle. For about $13, you can get the 3-pack on Kindle, get it sent right there. You don't even have to carry around the book. You don't have to worry about losing it, damaging it, anything like that. The second 2 books are now out. We're talking How to Win at Pit Fighting with a Drunk Space Ninja and How to Save the Universe with a Drunk Space Ninja. The trilogy, the Duke LaGrange trilogy. And like we said last week, Jay was kind enough to send us a few t-shirts. Jake, I still have yours. Got to give it to you. And
cool.
Yeah,
it's cool. Like I've been saying, awesome for YHS listeners to be out there following their dreams. Jay is a first-time author. This is his debut novel, How to Pick Up Women with a Drunk Space Ninja. The reviews are great. You're going to want to check this out. It is an intergalactic story. If you like sci-fi, if you like comedy, it is going to be.
Yes. If you like what you're listening to right now, Yes Have Some Podcast, you will like his book.
Yes.
It is occasionally funny.
Occasionally funny.
I assume just like us.
And you'll have no idea what he's talking about. Just like us.
Occasionally funny.
Should we get t-shirts that say YHS Occasionally Funny?
Yeah.
I like that. I like it.
So, yeah.
I like it. Check it out. Like I said, available wherever books are sold, exclusively on Kindle, through the Amazon store. Check it out. J Key, coming at you. Coming at you. There we go. You guys ready to do this fuck budget?
Yes.
Yep.
I don't give a fuck.
We'll do it live. Fuck it.
Fuck. I'm doing the song this time.
Yeah, we can't afford to play the song anymore, so we're asking Abby
Abby
to sing it.
Live. Get that acoustic guitar in here.
Dude, I got this is well, it's actually not off topic. We're going to be talking about basically we're going to do a fuck budget based on things that are happening in 2019. There's a lot of movies coming out next year, and trailers are starting to hit. It's going to be a big deal. There's going to be a lot of major releases. But Kevin Smith was tweeting yesterday that he leaves for Louisiana next month to start filming that new Jay and Silent Bob movie that we talked about.
Oh,
so,
good.
very excited about that. That is not on the fuck budget.
I still give it 2 fucks.
You still give it 2 fucks. What was that again?
I would say 4 fucks, actually. I'm upping it. I'm excited about that.
I love Kevin Smith.
Yeah, me too.
So cool. This is what we're going to do. We got 10 fucks each for Abigail and Jake. I'm going to participate again this week because I did in the I had fun. Although I haven't put any thought into it beforehand. Go figure. And what we're going to do is go through this one at a time. You got to allocate how many fucks you give about each one of these topics. Cannot go over the 10 allotted fucks.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. We'll see what happens.
So when you texted us fudge budget, that was an accident. We weren't going to start calling this a fudge budget in honor of Christmas.
It wasn't an accident. I just thought it was a funny thing.
I like saying fudge budget.
It's just fun to say.
Okay.
I did eat a lot of fudge this week. All right.
Cool.
Number 1. Jake, you're going to be up first.
Cool.
Disney Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, the brand new addition to Disney. It's going to be at Disney World and Disneyland down at Hollywood Studios in Orlando, which is close to our home. We go to Disney World a couple times a year. We love it. They released a trailer today that featured highlights from the 2 rides that are going to be there. I don't have the names of those rides right in front of me. I'm sure Abby does.
Rise of the Resistance, and the other is the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, the Millennium
ride.
Falcon. It's opening this year. It's going to be a big deal. Jake, when it comes to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, how many fucks do you give?
First of all, I want to say this was a hard fuck budget. Like,
I did that on purpose.
You did this on purpose. I went in here and like I had to like give some things that I would have given more to less so I could give other things to. And at first I only had 1 fuck for this. But then I went back and I watched the video and I watched, I was like reassessing some of the other things and I gave it 2 fucks. I would have given it more, but I can't because you got to do this right.
You just can't.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you can only buy 6 Hateful Eight figures.
Exactly.
Hey, you know what? It's
so first
true.
of all, it looks
The way
like
money works.
So Galaxy's Edge is going to be amazing. Like it's going to be amazing. Like I think about what Disney and what also like Universal has done as far as like the Harry Potter sections, the Jurassic Park stuff. And then even though I hate Avatar, like the Avatar section of Disney, it still looks cool. It's all done really well. And it's like we're gonna get that for Star Wars. Like, what more could you ask for? Like, even if somehow the rides sucked, which they won't, it's going to look amazing. The 3 of us are gonna walk into this and we're gonna cry. We're gonna walk and there's gonna be a life-size Millennium Falcon and there's gonna be it's going to be like being in Star Wars, no matter what. It's going to look cool. The rides are going to be fun. They look, even though like, we just, the video is just like some teasing, but like, it looks great. The thing that almost makes me want to like chill out on my fucks for it is that, yeah, it opens this year, but how long is it going to be before you can get in there and ride something without a 2-hour wait or, not be completely fucking like it's going to be the most packed in. It's going to be awful trying to get in there for like an entire year more. It's just going to be miserable.
Yeah, I see your point, but can I just say something? I am surprised, Jake, that you are giving this 2 fucks. Like, I legitimately was thinking about you. I thought you were going to give it 0.
No. It's not Star Wars Episode 9.
Yeah, exactly.
I love Star Wars.
Your love of theme parks outweighs.
I know I've had a lot of bad shit to say about Star Wars, but that's because Solo is garbage and Episode 9 was just like so. I don't know. There was just so much going on.
Episode 8.
Episode 8. I was so very conflicted with Episode 8 that it just kind of pissed me off on Star Wars. But
we should pre-record our Episode 9 review.
Just make it up.
Yeah.
Just make the entire thing up.
And then we'll record it and we'll listen to it and then we'll play it the day after Episode 9 comes out.
I love how Finn and Rey got together.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Okay, so
Perfect.
2 fucks for Jake. Abby?
Yeah, I also gave this 2 fucks. 2 very eager, excited fucks. Because like Jake, my love of theme parks and theme park rides outweighs my like trepidation or I guess disappointment level with Star Wars and their recent installments. The fact that you can go inside the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon and it's like practical and you don't have to wear a big helmet and like weird 3D glasses from what it looks like.
I have a feeling there's going to be 3D
Maybe
glasses.
I won't have a panic attack when I put the huge fucking thing of headgear gear on because I like to be able to I wear glasses. So when it comes to those rides, to just have things be practical and happening around me is what I would prefer. So like the images and the footage on that like sizzle reel or whatever that commercial thing is, I literally watched it twice today because I'm very excited. The Rise of the Resistance ride looks very, very cool. You like ride on a train thing and like
it looks like
it's fully immersive. Yeah,
the
it looks
Great
very
Movie
cool.
Ride or whatever that used to be there.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like you're on a trolley or something. And the fact that you get to go through the park and you interact with like the people that are in costume, and I just see the three of us having a really good time. So,
well, I mean, I'm gonna give it 2 fucks as well. I mean, we go there and go on Star Tours, and even that, which has been there forever, is still a ton of fun. And like it's when you walk in and you see the AT-ATs and you feel like you're on fucking Endor or whatever. Like it's great, it's phenomenal. There's no reason, like, I haven't been on the new Avatar ride yet, but everybody says, like, even non-Avatar fans are like, this is one of the best rides of all time. So if they if Disney can take whatever they're doing with that and apply it to Star Wars, I'm all in, because like we were just at Universal and like both Harry Potter rides, you know, even the old Spider-Man ride that's been there for like 20 years, it's still fun. So like the fact that we're getting like brand new Star Wars rides and like a full Star Wars land at Disney is pretty amazing.
The fun of the Harry Potter world is like the facades of stores with like all the inside jokes and Easter eggs and stuff.
And you know we're going to be buying stuff.
Yes. Oh, we're going to be buying some stuff. Money. It's going to be amazing.
Okay, cool. Okay. All right. Next, Abby.
Yes.
Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
Woo!
The second trailer came out a couple weeks ago. I don't know if we went full in depth on it or even got around to talking about it. But when it comes to Godzilla, King of the Monsters, how many fucks do you give?
Ooh, now I'm giving this two very legitimate fucks. I would give this more fucks. But like Jake said, and like the situation always is with the fuck budget, there's just other things that I have to allocate towards. So that's where I am. But this trailer was extremely good. It doesn't even have the music, the Claire de Lune from the first trailer. So it's not like I'm just into it because of the music, which just happened with me. But this shit looks like it feels like there's going to be like a Royal Rumble type thing with all the monsters, because it's like, how can you have King Ghidorah and the king of the monsters being Godzilla, and they're all going to, it's very exciting, and it seems epic and huge, and like the stakes, they're all going to fuck. I can't wait, Jake. Very excited about it. I'm so pumped. So yeah, that sums it up for me. This shit looks good as fuck.
Jake?
Yeah, so that when I first made this fuck budget, I gave it like 6, you know, and then I was like, I gotta give fucks elsewhere. So I landed on 3 for this. The second trailer is great. We finally are getting, you know, the first trailer is amazing. It has such a like the first trailer is like very much like, it almost feels like warm and like loving, and the music's really pretty, and you get like a big sense of awe out of the first trailer. The second trailer is like, okay, now let's show you all the fucking crazy shit that's happening. And you finally are getting like, we get our first glimpse of all of the monsters. We see what Rodan, Mothra, and King Ghidorah are going to look like. We get a couple glimpses of other possible monsters. There's something coming out of the ground at some point. There's something that looks like spider legs. There are other creatures in this movie other than these 4. It's like, you know, this was the trailer to let us know like shit is happening. But I've talked about it so much. I love Godzilla more than anything, and I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I feel like, so the first trailer, I am comfortable in saying, is one of my favorite trailers I've ever seen for anything. Like, it was so, like, even if you don't like Godzilla or you didn't see the first one or whatever, like, it was just a well done.
Yeah, the fact that, Jake, you used the word warm, like that it feels like that it's like beautiful and mesmerizing. That's one of the cool fucking things about like those monsters and those type of movies, to be mystified by something that's so beautiful, but then that it can also be terrifying and vicious and violent and shit. Like, I love that.
Like Slimer.
Yeah, just like Slimer.
I know all of us can be, we were a tad more cynical about Stranger Things season 2. But Millie Bobby Brown, she is really good. Like, I have a feeling she's going to be really good in this movie.
Coach Taylor?
Yeah. What's the actor's name? I can't even think of it.
Shit.
Just look it up.
Kyle Chandler.
Yeah, Kyle Chandler. He's incredible.
He's great.
He's
I
great.
like him.
He's great in everything he's in. And yeah, I'll give it 2 fucks as well.
Shape of Water. What's her name? Sally Hawkins?
Oh yeah, I think she's in the first Godzilla, right?
Yeah, there you go.
She is, yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Good cast.
Maybe this time she'll lay her hands off the monsters.
Ooh, keep her away from King Ghidorah.
What if that was her part of the movie? Like,
That's
I like
the plot
all
of
these
this movie.
different
She's
heads.
just like, oh, hey.
hey, they're looking at Godzilla like coming up through the ocean against the glass.
yes!
And she's like rubbing herself on the glass.
Is he
She's
single?
throwing apples in.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's like, let me go down there. Come on.
Dude, that one point she just got them all living inside of her very small apartment.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Oh god.
That's the movie. So get ready.
That's what I want to
for
see.
next year.
Oh
He ate the
man.
cat.
Oh wait, Godzilla eats the cat. Then it cuts to Alf. And he's like, "Hey, that was my line."
That was my lunch.
Oh yeah, my line.
Okay.
Anyways, I hope Alf is in this movie. I'll put that out there.
God.
You guys
Me
ready?
too. Do you think he's
Yeah.
got a chance in the big fight?
He's one of the monsters.
He's the Titan.
Hey, no fair. That's my bad Alf impression. All right, number
It was
3.
bad, yeah.
Thank you. Thank God.
You're welcome.
Okay, cool. Proton pack. Okay. June 8th and 9th, 2019. Ghostbusters Fan Fest. We've talked about it a good amount. We still have no news. Jake, how many fucks do you give?
Is this still happening? I gave this 2 fucks because I'm excited to go. I even though we don't know anything about it, it's gonna be fun if it still happens. Let me start over. I have no reason to think this is not gonna happen, but there are a lot of people who are panicked. Have you guys seen like today?
Yeah.
People have been
Multiple
posting
people.
like, "Hey, it's 2019. Is this still happening? Like, we don't have any info."
Like, here's the
Yeah.
thing. I saw a couple people trying to compare it to like how Star Wars Celebration, they have everything fit. Like, I'll put it this way. A, don't compare this to Star Wars Celebration because it's not. B, Star Wars Celebration has been operating for, 15, 20 years. And C, besides the fact that tickets were on sale, they actually don't have anything announced for Star Wars Celebration. There's no guests announced. There's no panels announced. Like, it's a fucking convention. Like, very rarely do conventions have a bunch of information 6 months out. Having said that, I would like to know something. Like,
Yeah, I would too.
I think there should be something more. Like, this is a little different than a convention that happens every year where you're like, it's happening. Like, this is kind of a special thing. I feel like there would be a little more info at this point.
Well,
Yeah.
the fact that
I don't think.
I would just say, like, asking people to blindly put up $100 with promise of more information soon. It's already been 3 or 4 months. Like,
Yeah.
If we're being real, that's a
I'll
legit
save some
point.
stuff till after Abby goes.
No, I was gonna agree
Right.
with you. I was gonna say it reminds me of like leading up to spring break when like everyone's making their announcements of where they're going, like in high school, and you're like waiting on your parents to say where your plans are, and it's like, okay, so are we going? Or okay, yeah, it gets me stressed. But are we? Am I giving my fucks now? I give it 5 fucks. Yeah, 5 fucks. Because, dude, I mean, yeah, it's honestly. It needs to be good because I'm putting everything on it. I told you guys.
Hey, the last time you did that with Ghostbusters,
it worked out so well. So I'm really. But no, I told you guys I'm planning my outfits already for the fucking plane trip, and I'm like plotting out where we're gonna have meals and stuff. I really am looking forward to this trip.
Abby's already planning where she's going to leave her luggage at the airport.
Yeah, and my jacket. It's gonna be the same bagel shop we went to last time because they had some good ass oatmeal. Anyway, no, I don't want to lose any luggage. I wrote down some stuff though because I am excited. Honestly, I'm excited for the family reunion. Seeing Eric and retouring the Ghost Corps a lot. Announcements, sightseeing. I'd love to do some filming. Seeing our good friend Kurt Fuller wearing my new Slimer shirt, which I got and I've already mentioned. seeing, dude, if we see Annie Potts having a story from the last time we saw her, be like, hey, this is the guy with the tattoo on his hand that you sent it'll be like a memory. So we'll get to talk to her more if she's there. But yeah, it's going to be our third trip to LA, and I'm just excited to be able to cover it in like a professional manner.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, in whatever capacity it ends up being.
Yeah. I highly doubt it's going to get canceled, but I would not be surprised if, like, here's the thing. I don't know much about Wizard World. You hear people talking in a bit of a cynical nature about some of their conventions and some of the unorganized tendencies of them, and like, whatever. If that's real, then that's real. I'm not gonna like.
If it gets canceled, then the Yes Have Some podcast will host our own Ghostbusters Fan Fest.
Yes.
In Georgia.
Sure.
And we're gonna film a documentary about it.
Yes.
That's my plan.
Oh, like a mockumentary.
Easy.
Like, for some reason we all have British accents. We're like, yes, Lord.
He was a pretty big deal.
Yeah, we were going to go up to LA, but they cancelled, so we're just going to fucking do it here. Like, it just cuts to Jake. He just has a hose. He's like hosing down some kid. He's like, you fucking get slime like Ghostbusters.
It's fucking slime.
Yeah, it's a bit of slime, isn't it? That'll be FanFest.
Cool.
We'll all be British.
Sounds great.
Cool.
Yeah.
And only Dan Aykroyd shows up. And we have barbecue.
Guys, I'm here for the party. Oh boy, let me tell you what, we got big plans. I'm excited. I it's the holidays. I wasn't really, once we didn't hear anything kind of after Thanksgiving, I was like, we probably aren't going to hear, like, the way that, like, Hollywood basically shuts down for the last month of the year. So hopefully we'll get some stuff soon. We'll keep everybody abreast of the situation.
Cool.
Ready?
Craig, did you give that fucks?
4.
Okay.
I'm just arbitrarily shouting out numbers and not keeping.
Gotcha.
I can spend more fucks.
Yeah.
I got a
you can if you want.
I got a fuck budget credit card. A lot of people don't know about that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's got a line of fuck credit.
Abby.
Yes?
The brand new trailer for the movie Us, the second directorial effort of Jordan Peele, who's single-handedly bringing horror back to the mainstream. Not single-handedly, but he's part of it. Obviously, this is the follow-up to Get Out. Jordan Peele is producing the reboot of Candyman. He's bringing back the Twilight Zone. And this is an
He's keeping horror woke as fuck.
He is. What'd you think of the trailer, and how many fucks do you give?
Dude, I gave this 1 fuck, and I probably would have given this more on a different day when I had more fucks to give, but this was a scary trailer. I watched it 2, maybe 3 times, and we saw it for the first time actually live on television, so that was kind of neat to be able to be like catching it live. But yeah, this movie looks fucking scary, and I love Jordan Peele because he always does like the deep metaphorical dive, but from what I've heard about this movie and what I could gather from the trailer, it doesn't look like it's going to have like a super political message. It might just be more like a deep dive into like the human psyche, and like, because at one point they talk about, it actually flashes on the screen or the line says, we are our own worst enemies. So it's like a family that's like being followed by versions of themselves, and it looks like they have to like somehow outwit. It looks like a very fun movie in the very beginning, and then it looks very fucked up by the end, and there's some really weird visuals. So I'm excited about it, and because I liked Get Out a lot, I'm into it. I'm ready for it. So
very cool.
Fuck.
Very cool. Jake?
Yeah, I gave it 2. I liked Get Out, and I think Jordan Peele is really, first of all, he's very funny. And I was very excited when I found out he was going to start doing, like horror movies, the Twilight Zone. This looks like a Twilight Zone episode to me. And so did Get Out. Like, and that's one of my favorite things is like movies that are like, oh, that could have been a Twilight Zone episode.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite, not real genres of movies could have been a Twilight Zone episode. And
that's like exactly a Netflix genre.
Like. Exactly. And also the kid has a fucking Jaws shirt on, so all right, like, the kid's wearing a Jaws shirt, I'm in. No, it looks cool, it looks weird, it's a different a lot of times a lot of the movies that come out now you can watch and you're like, okay, well, this is a lot like that movie, this movie seems a lot like this movie. This is a good original premise that I think will be fun.
Yeah, I love that. So the cast looks great. I love that. I love that Jordan Peele is taking it upon himself to do original, smart horror. Because you don't get a lot of that, right? Like, you get... There's a lot of, like, run-of-the-mill jump scare horror or, like, derivative horror. But, like...
Yeah.
Like, even if you, like... Get Out won Best Picture. Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
But... Or I think it won. It was nominated. Even if you didn't think that was the best movie last year, or even if you didn't think it was the greatest horror movie you've ever seen...
To see a horror film, like, vault into that position
you can't deny its originality. And, like... That's what's exciting to me. When I was watching it, I was like, what would happen if the three of us went on a trip and had to encounter three alternate versions of ourselves? You know, that'd be... God,
but that's like a thoughtful premise. Exactly. And it's stuff like that it's not run-of-the-mill horror. It's horror with like a very intelligent, insightful, thoughtful layer to it.
Yeah.
So I appreciate it.
I really like the poster. The poster looks like a Mondo print, which is always good for me. Like, if it's not like dumb, photoshopped, like... stupid Avengers style poster, like I'm already half on board.
It's got like a good song in it too, like that kind of hooks you in the beginning. I got 5 on it.
I was gonna say I really like how the music, it starts off like an actual song, but then it turns into this weird like orchestral slowed down that I thought was really cool.
Yeah. Also, would not have predicted Abby giving less fucks on this one than Jake.
Dude, I feel like I only had...
you can't feel. No feelings.
Can't go back.
Can't go back.
I can't go back. There's no going back.
There's no going back. All right, let's move on to the last one. That movie comes out in March. And let's face it, there's a lot coming out. Like, we left a lot off of this fuck budget. We didn't... Episode 9's not on here. Avengers Infinity War, or Avengers... Yeah. What's it? Endgame. Captain Marvel. Like, there's a lot happening next year. Cool. I mean, fuck. I'm excited for the new Twilight Zone. Like, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah, dude. Me too.
Adam Scott's going to be in it. At least one episode. They're remaking the... there's an episode called... what is it called? So, whatever, 30,000 feet. Yeah.
They're redoing that one again?
Well,
it'll be the third time?
I mean, I'm sure there's going to be a new take on it. Here's This time, there's nothing on the wing. There's just a baby crying.
Oh, okay.
The whole time.
Got it. I like it. I like it a lot.
Movie. All right. Number 5.
Nightmare at 30,000 feet.
Nightmare at 30,000 feet.
Or 40,000. I don't know the number.
I think it's 20,000 and the new one's 30,000. Numbers.
I thought it was 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
It's the Fish Under the Sea dance.
Okay, got it.
That was so stupid. Grandpa hit him with the car. Back to the Future. Okay, moving on.
I was scrambling. Guys, I think I fucked up my fucks. I don't have any left, but okay, continue. I did. I miscounted, and I can't take it back.
Well, you